think faith is a positive force in people's political decision-making.
I think there's a lot of variety among the church communities in Charlottesville.
In my experience of the churches in Charlottesville, they have very different ways of dealing with local government, both directly and indirectly.
Trinity is sort of like at a cross-section between the university and between, you know, this traditional black community. And we've always been a political church in the sense that our legendary priest back in the day during the civil rights movement was Father Mitchell. He was the first black on the school board. We're a traditionally black church. White people in this town decided to stand up to the churches that were advocating segregation, and they started coming to our church. And we've been integrated ever since.
The innovation that's happened in my time here, at least I think of it as an innovation, is the development of Pacem, which really does seem to be a major innovation which organizes the churches, admittedly more on the left side of the spectrum perhaps, to mobilize and engage with the city government directly. The more a church gets engaged directly in lobbying the political powers that be, the more good it can do, but it also potentially can become identified with a certain set of policy recommendations or proposals. And in that case, you can threaten to lose the ability to step outside of the immediate political pressures of the moment and attempt to communicate a message which has a more timeless dimension as well. You don't want your people to lose faith because their political agenda is vexed in some way.
It doesn't seem as tough as it might, perhaps on a national stage or an international stage. Peace is always an issue that people are concerned about. Violence, gun violence. We had a gun buyback program that Charlottesville engaged in some years back that was initiated at our church, St. Paul's. So I think there are various issues that people on the local level feel very comfortable informing themselves through their faith about.
What I see in a lot of politics is a lot of sort of self-seeking and self-aggrandizement. And, you know, most of us who are, you know, who go to church every week, it's about the community, it's about the family and the friendship that we have with each other.
It's always a delicate dance, and I think that one of the many reasons why I'm very grateful that I am not a minister or a pastor is precisely that these kinds of things are issues that, especially those involved in churches, I think have to wake up every day and think about, how am I going to negotiate this today?